As you know, the mayor has made fighting income inequality one of the key priorities of the administration, and the earned income tax credit plays a critical role in that. So let me just, before I introduce the mayor, say a couple words about what we're doing here today. This is the first time that the city has done a campaign like this. We have 2,000 volunteers working in a location in every borough, and you can see some images behind of all the other boroughs who are also working very hard as well. This is a trilingual phone-a-thon. We're doing this in English, in Spanish, in Chinese, and I know all of you have your scripts in front of you, but for the first time ever, we've been able to target the approximately 250,000 New Yorkers who are eligible for EITC but simply are not taking it. And we want to get that number to 0. We know that this is one of the single best ways to fight poverty, and that is why the city is taking such an aggressive approach. We are, for the first time ever, doing a 20-fold increase in spending on EITC. For the first time ever, we're going from 140 free tax prep sites to 200. You will start to see all of our bus ads, our subway ads all around the city, and this is a new approach that we're taking under the leadership of our mayor. So before introducing the mayor, just a couple quick thank yous. I want to thank Citi, who's been one of our partners on this, for their hard work and dedication. I want to thank AT&T. Thank you, Citi. And thank you to Verizon and to AT&T, and we have AT&T's president, Marissa Shorenstein, here for donating all of the phones. We so appreciate that. And lastly, let me just say what this effort is going to do. Through the hard work of what all of you are doing here today, and we so appreciate you coming out on the cold, we are going to reach 270,000 New Yorkers through these efforts. We are going to expand the tax prep EITC refunds to over 150,000 filers. This will mean $375 million that's going back in refunds and back into the economy of New York City. So that is why we're here today. And it's now my great honor and pleasure to introduce our mayor to talk a little bit more about this initiative. Thank you so much. Mayor de Blasio.
They figured it out. Well, thank you, everyone. You are some true believers right here in this room. You are some people who care for your fellow New Yorkers and care about fighting inequality and lifting people up, because only true believers would have come out in this weather, okay? It is cold as all hell out there. And so I really want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. It's always one of those tests of how much people are committed when they go through something difficult to keep working on behalf of others. You have all passed the test today with flying colors, and it's going to make a huge difference in the lives of tens of thousands of people. The numbers that Julie just laid out are extraordinary. You know, you're talking about up to 200,000 people who deserve this help. What was it, $375 million? My friends, that's real money. That should be back in the pockets of people who deserve it. Now, this effort today, which is based on people reaching people. This is not about bureaucracy or TV ads. This is human beings reaching their fellow New Yorkers and helping them do what would be great for them and their families, things they didn't even know were possible. This is a credit also to the leadership of the Department of Consumer Affairs. And I want to thank Julie Menon. She's been an extraordinary leader. And Julie could have been a community organizer in another life, because every time that she does one of these big efforts, paid sick leave and all the other wonderful things Consumer Affairs is doing, she does a great organizing and outreach effort that you haven't seen before from city government. So besides all the good that you're doing, you're also changing the model here in a very powerful way. We're showing that the city government can engage people to help their neighbors. It's not about something that is far away and distant and not in a language that people understand. You're making this real for your fellow New Yorkers, as are your colleagues at these centers around the city. We're doing it in multiple languages. We're doing it so that people can know their rights and know what's due to them in a way that wasn't possible before. And I really want to thank you for that. You know how fundamentally I believe we have to address the issue of income inequality. I believe if we don't, It will literally hold back this city and this nation from being what we should be. We cannot see so many of our fellow New Yorkers suffering economically. We have to find a way to reach each and every one. This is a very tangible and immediate way to do it. And when you think about the impact of the dollars in people's pockets, people are struggling to make ends meet, trying to struggle to pay the rent or have enough food or pay for their children's tuition, whatever it may be, you're giving them the wherewithal to live life a little better and to make ends meet. That's an extraordinary blessing that you're bringing to people's lives. Now, we are doing this because we made a further investment. As Julie said, we're spending literally 20 times more this year to reach out to our fellow New Yorkers than was done in the past, because this is crazy that so many people weren't taking advantage of this benefit. We wouldn't have been able to do that but for the support of a lot of our elected officials who really believe in this program, who helped to make it happen in the first place and now help to get us the funding so we could keep expanding upon it. A lot of them are also putting their voices where their money is, where their mouths are. Wait a minute, I'm confused, but they're here also on the phone. In addition to helping us get the money there on the phones, I want to shout them out. Let's start with Congresswoman Nydia Velasquez. Public Advocate Tish James. Now, my notes say that Borough President Eric Adams here, but I usually can see his shining head from far away. There he is. Our wonderful. My borough president. I am a Brooklynite who has been temporarily relocated to a government facility on the Upper East Side, but I am a Brooklynite, so that's my borough president. Thank you. We are in the district of someone who is hitting the phones, Assemblywoman Joanne Simon. Thank you so much. And the chair of our City Council Committee on Consumer Affairs, who does a lot to support Julie and her great work, Councilmember Rafael Espinal. Thank you. I'm going to be quick because I don't want to keep you from doing your good work here to reach people, but I just want to say a couple other things because we want this message to get out all over the city. And what you're doing is going to inspire a lot of other people to do the same thing. So bear with me one more minute because we got to tell the story of what's happening here because it really will, I think, inspire great efforts all around. First of all, we mentioned Citi. Citi has contributed, this is real money too. They contributed $250,000 to this effort, and thank you. That's going to really help. And this is about reaching the huge number of people. It's literally 1 in 5 of those eligible are not getting it, which is unbelievable. And it's not just earned income tax credit. This is also about the child care tax credit. So the same families have an opportunity to take advantage, in many cases, of both tax credits due to them. So you're going to help them get that information. What could that mean? For some families, this is amazing. For some families, not just hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars. In some cases, particularly if the child tax credit is part of it, could be as much as $10,000. Think of what that will do for a hardworking family in this city. You could be unlocking that key for them. And this may be, in some cases, the biggest new payment that a family gets, the biggest new piece of income they can get their hands on that could totally change their lives. And again, it's because of you. We're trying to do everything we know to lighten people's burden. Here's one small example, but it's an important one for folks who make $60,000 a year or less. Families of $60,000 a year or less income, they can file their city taxes electronically for free. And that's another right that a lot of people don't know they have, and that will make their lives a little simpler. I want to give you one example of what this means in human terms, because every phone call you're making is potentially going to change the course of a family's life. So let me give you an example. Jennifer Roman, is Jennifer here? Jennifer, step forward. Come on, Jennifer. You got to be seen when I'm using you as an example of good. You like Roman or Roman? Roman. Jennifer Roman. Now, Jennifer last year went to a financial empowerment center in Queens because she needed some guidance. And she learned, she did not know she was eligible for the earned income tax credit, and she learned she was for the first time. She received over $2,000. She used it in part to pay her student loans. So now look how it's all coming together. She's bettering herself, she's building her future, but she needed some help, and it was there, and she didn't realize she could get it. And at the same time, she got financial counseling, which helped her restructure her student loan debt, repair her credit, and create a savings plan. All the pieces are coming together. Jennifer now has a vision for her future, looks forward to owning her own home one day, and she's on the right track. Now, Jennifer, I want to thank you for being an example to everyone, but it's also telling all these good people doing this work today that there is a Jennifer on the other end of the next phone call you make who you're going to help on that good path. Look, so many people are struggling. So many people just are asking themselves the question, can I figure out how to pay the rent and the medical bills and the food? And you're literally going to make that difference for a lot of people. You're going to be the person who shows them the missing link they needed to keep it together and move forward. When you leave here today, it is not the end, it is a beginning. Keep spreading the message. Whoever you come, by the way, wear your t-shirt wherever you go, okay? If you go to a job interview or anything, you wear the t-shirt, just keep wearing it. But wear the t-shirt, tell people about it, tell anyone who wants information, they can call 311. It's very, very simple. Keep spreading the word, get on Twitter, and use the hashtag #GotMyRefund. I like that hashtag because it says exactly what you're trying to get across. Spread the word because it will make a difference in people's lives. And you know, we got quite a while until April 15th. Keep the focus on people that they can understand that this is an incredible opportunity for their lives. Quickly en español. Hoy le estamos pidiendo a miles de neoyorquinos de bajos ingresos que se informen sobre oportunidades de reembolsos de impuestos. Muchos neoyorquinos no saben que pueden calificar para programas de créditos fiscales por ingresos y por hijos. Estos programas pueden devolverles miles de dólares. I said miles de dólares. I think that's understandable in any language. Llame al 311 para saber si califica para ayudar de impuestos gratis. So, tell people, get the word out, 311, and every call you make today will make a difference in people's lives. Thank you all, and God bless you.